Emmanuel Hose and Ingo Paas are now going to rethink ERP modernization for us. So Emmanuel Hose, she's a GVP and Regional General Manager for EMEA at Rimini Street, and she has over 25 years of experience in the IT industry, has been leading operations across Europe, North America, and Oceania. And Ingo Paas, he is the CIO of Green Cargo, a Swedish rail cargo company, and I welcome them both here on stage at our summit. Welcome to you too.
Well, thank you, Anya, and good afternoon, everyone. I would like to start with congratulating Renzo on his excellent presentation. I absolutely love the bird in particular. I didn't have the time to digitalize mine, but I will work on that and automation next. In the meantime, we'll just get rid of it. All right, so we are going to talk with Ingo today. I've welcomed my wonderful client from Green Cargo. And yes, we're going to talk about the art of the possible as you come to your ERP and really show you how we're going to help you innovate and accelerate your digital transformation without neither breaking the bank or your career. Ingo, thanks for joining me today. So like many of you, Ingo is very much a technology savvy, a visionary and goal-driven and business-oriented executive with over 20 years experience in international line and project management. He really has a real passion for innovation and digital transformation. And to that extent, in 2017, Ingo decided to partner with Rimini Street. So before we jump into the topic, for those of you that may not be so familiar with Rimini Street, I wanted to give a few words on who we are and what we do. So Rimini Street was founded in 2005. We're an American company, and we really had a mission to help our clients such as Green Cargo, Good Carrefour, Virgin, Safran, Asahi, and we just heard Rento talk about Asahi before, through Carlton United Brewery in Australia. And we help this organization really extract the greatest value from their enterprise software, such as their ERP, their CRM, but also their database and middleware, to really enable them to invest in innovation and create a competitive advantage for growth. So how do we do that? Well, simply we replace the support and the maintenance that typically is provided by the vendors such as Oracle and SAP, and replace that with a support that is much more relevant to the business of our clients. And what I mean by relevant, if you look at what SAP and Oracle provide, they provide a support for their core products. But of course, everybody's customizing their environment. Everybody is integrating with other applications. So what Rimini Street support is really a one hand to shake. All your need for support, and we provide the support for your customization, your integration, your performance, interoperability, and we support any version of your software for up to 15 years, which means that you no longer have to go through very expensive and disruptive upgrade just to be supported by the vendor. Okay, so we really opened up a market that was dominated by this original software vendor and created this new ecosystem where licensees of Oracle and SAP in particular now have a choice. And through doing that, we have enabled our clients to save between 50 and 90% on the total cost of maintaining this application. So today, we have saved our clients over $5 billion in total maintenance costs, which they have used, of course, to fund innovations. So let's hear from Ingo, and we're going to the next slide. Oh, it's okay, great. Ingo, obviously you've been with Rimini Street for a number of years, but you have been using the SAP product, in particular ECC 6 and your business object for about 20 years now, supporting your business. We know that your business has been changing quite rapidly. So could you please tell us how you had to adapt your IT mission, how you had to really rethink your priorities, and what role your ERP is really playing in your transformation today?
Yeah. First of all, thank you for being here. It's a very exciting conference and interesting topics, and interesting to listen to you. With 25 years experience in IT and business, I wasn't really prepared for the journey at Green Cargo, though I've worked with SAP in 3 global players for those 2.5 decades. The key question here for us was how do we deal with a situation that was a bit out of control when I joined the company 2 years ago? We had two mainframes, SAP, and the systems of records were somewhat out of control. So the idea was building in resilience into those business and IT questions and make the business becoming more capable of dealing with the change, especially when the pandemic hit also our kind of business. So it was fundamental for us, and we found out that striving forward and being resilient from a CEO perspective, we have to face a kind of reality that outsourcing the responsibility we have may not help us to drive innovation into the future and not help us to transform the business from its very core. Emmanuel?
Yeah, so how did you tackle really this challenge with your ERP and your mainframe legacy?
Yeah, first we looked at the SAP platform and the two mainframes we're running, plus the other ERP systems. We have a few more. And we looked for stability for our core SAP platform, where you have helped us a lot to make that work. And we've also managed to become independent from being not hostage to SAP, but being depending on the maintenance that we bought from SAP before. And what we can see now is we have really made a plan, we have implemented a plan, and we can see now that we are not going into SAP HANA and going to be more independent of SAP into the future. But on the other hand, on the mainframe side, we moved from 4 releases a year to 16 a week, and we have started to slow down because it was too much. Please.
Thank you, Ingo. So you've decided really to leave your ERP alone. You've made a choice to move your support to Rimini Street and really leverage this alternative support now 4 years ago. Can you tell me how that partnership has also helped you modernize your ERP, how it's helped you finance your initiative and really enable your innovations?
Yeah, I think what you have shown and demonstrated from a leadership perspective, you have removed the headaches from our business. So we can run this platform for a longer time, even though it's not supported by SAP, and then we can shift our focus to modernize IT and the business, and that's quite important. And I think you have also helped us to get the cost down so that we could use this money and instead invest into innovation. We have seen a lot of good changes during the time that you have supported us, but on the other hand, we also now look forward into the kind of innovation that we want to bring to the business, and that's happening outside the legacy world. I want to probably tell you more about this in a second.
Great. So you really focused everything on your business. The partnership really helped you stay very focused on your business rather than on IT. So you now have more time, more money, more resource to support your business growth, which is very, very great. But how are you going to deliver this rapid transformation? Are you moving everything to the cloud? What are the key for success for you?
Yeah, I just want to go back to the situation I joined the company 2 years ago. There was no leadership, and IT was waiting for something to happen. We should replace the mainframes and the SAP system, and we made a dramatic change to that. Now we're driving rapid business innovation, and we're doing this from the core of the business towards our customers. And that's quite important because I've seen other industries being too much focused on the customer, forgetting the core. So we are innovating from the core and digitizing the business. We're embracing the data from the ERP systems. We're building event-driven real-time data and hybrid applications, all cloud native. It's a very exciting journey we have seen now, and we are implementing a data-driven culture, which is moving, from being reactive and following up on things that happen to becoming a predictive, decision-making, well-informed organization, taking business decisions to the edge and supporting the customer in every moment. We're also using predictive AI capabilities to prevent failure in train operations. We've done a lot of stuff there with basic AI capabilities there. And then within less than 2 years now, if you just look at this, we have made it possible to move from this IT legacy with zero innovation and zero contribution now to rapidly moving into a cloud native platform architecture. We are developing applications faster, better, and cheaper and more resilient than anyone else could do for us. We are building APIs and integrations in our hybrid integration platform from Microsoft at the speed of light. We never did this before. We are the first company in Europe and in our industry that built a common interface to integrate into other processes, while all the other companies have bought this. We built it on our own 2 years ago. We did not do any integration on our own. And again, the data part, the analytics part, is really helping us to move forward based on a Google Cloud platform, so GCP with BigQuery. So we've moved everything into the cloud. We've used highly advanced principles to connect the local platform that we're using from our systems, to connect it with the hybrid integration platform, and connect it with the GCP Google platform. And we're also using Microsoft 365 for getting our customers on board and handling these kind of interactions and automating the interface towards the customers. And it's quite important to see UiPath. Renzo, enjoyed listening to you. We're using UiPath. It's an effective way of really automating things that no one else should take care of than a bot. Exciting stuff there. And I think we have now a few DevOps teams in place, 3. We are about to discuss setting up a 4th DevOps team now. The funny thing here is we don't need to build a DevOps-ready infrastructure because it's all happening in the cloud. And the cloud is native ready for DevOps. So we've never been busy with this. The company I joined before, they spent 4 to 5 years to become DevOps ready, and we never ever discussed that because it's all ready. So what I want to sum up here is we moved from being in a situation not knowing what to do tomorrow to become a very effective software factory and taking the innovation from the core and developing with the business. It's like for a CIO, 2021 is the best time to be a CIO. 2022 is going to be probably better. But for me, the journey I've been part of with my team, it's a great team, it's a great leadership behind the company. It's like dancing in a ballroom where there's an orchestra playing, but you can't hear the music and everyone is dancing in harmony. Thank you.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much, Ingo. And what I love about our clients is how much you do with what you have. I know it's very much, partnering with Rimini Street to enable you to do so much more, leave your resources to innovation, all your money and your time to innovation, and let Rimini Street run your application, your ERP, or your database for you at a much better price and a much better service. So thank you very much. We'll talk more about it later on when we start talking about our tips to focus on the business and not on IT. Thank you.